So let me share a story idea with you. Imagine two astronauts, space travelers on Mars. But in this age of, maybe hundreds or centuries or millennia down the road from where we are here in 2026, there's been two main camps that have colonized Mars. One has taken the, say, eastern hemisphere, the other the western hemisphere. And the Eastern camp doesn't get along with the Western camp, or at least they're very hesitant for it. There's been sort of this unwritten rule that the East stays far from the West, and it's worked for decades, centuries, however long. But then there's an interaction between these two space travelers. Maybe the one wears orange, the other wears green or something. So there's a very clear way to identify who's who. And because they are from the east and west, or because they assume that the other's from the east and west, they can't communicate via space technology because it's Mars. And from the book's perspective, from the reader, you're able to see at least maybe, let's say, Green's perspective that, oh my goodness, what if this is a robot that is meant to look like? What if it's an android being that is essentially a perfect opponent, or could it be friend, literally like a friend or foe, and you don't know. And you only ever see Green's perspective, and you don't know from Orange's perspective whether Orange is foe, is friend, is robot, is human. And so like the whole book is just you from Green's perspective trying to piece together like you're slowly making this interaction. The first is just a glancing like, oh, there's Orange, stay still and then hide, run away, essentially, like the flight, flight or flee, and first or fight, fight, flight, or freeze. So first freeze and then leads to flight, and then there's a second interaction, and with each interaction they come closer, and they attempt to maybe try to communicate and whatnot. And if this story idea seems to be engaging to you, maybe I would consider diving deeper into what this story would look like. But I'm gonna have to hear from you, or if this story already exists, please drop in the comments below. I'd love to read a story that already like this exists. But if y'all want to hear more of what this, you know, East green versus West orange, or faces West orange grows into, please again drop your comments below, and I will expound further on this idea that's been kind of itching at the back burner of my brain for just so long, and I got to get it out into the void. And so this is my way of, in 3 minutes or less, sharing a little bit of Jackal story time with you.